good morning, Eddie Case here. Hey, I'm taking you back down to that basement that I did a run through the other day with you that wasn't quite complete, that job for the McMasters here in Mechanicsburg, PA. Well, I've got to go back down this morning and check some things out, so I figured I'd bring the camera down and take a walk through and show you the job completely finished. I think the homeowners have their furnishings down there and whatnot, and really take a good look at what this finished product looked like. It turned out fantastic. The homeowners are really pleased, and I think you'll be impressed. So let's go down and check out the McMasters job in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, so here we are at the McMaster house. I figured we'd just start at the top of the stairs here. The first thing I wanted to show you was this really nice full light door that we put on. This was not the original door. We had a 6-panel solid core door here, and we took that off and we put this nice French door on to let daylight down the stairs. It just opened up. It used to be a solid core door, and we took that off and put this full light French door on because it just lets the light transfuse the glass right through the glass and down the stairs. All right, it makes this stairway a lot brighter with the glass panels. All right, so you can see we've carpeted the stairs and put new trim down each side. You can see we've got the tall base trim that runs down each stringer side that we put on, and we've also matched the home's existing handrail profile. Let's see, it's the same thing that the builder put in. Let me walk back over here and show you the existing stairway. This is the stairway that the builder put in, and this is the banister rail that the builder put in. So what we were trying to do is we were trying to match these spindles, which are pretty standard in this area. These white painted spindles, we wanted to match the newel post and the handrail right on up to the rosette that receives the handrail. So back over to the basement stairway, we pretty much did that. Get the same style. Let's take a walk down. And at the base of the stairs, we did a banister rail system on both sides using that same handrail, the same spindles, and the same newel posts. Now you'll notice right in front of me here as I get to the bottom of the stairs, before we started this job, there were 2 support columns, left and right here, and we had to find a way to correct that, make it look good, because as you can see there's only about 4 feet from the bottom step over to this little half wall that we built. So we incorporated the 2 poles in a half wall and put a little shelf on top and put an outlet in there, and also a switch to control some of the other lighting. So we did the best we could with the bad situation. And if you're looking up here at the ceiling scape, as we call it, you're going to see a high ceiling in the middle. The reason that it's high in the middle here is because there is ductwork to the left and to the right of the floor joists that we had to go down underneath. I believe I'm going to go over here and open these curtains so we can get some daylight in here. There we go. Now right there, that used to be a 4-foot by 5-foot window in this basement, and the homeowners asked me to remove that and put in a door so that they could get outside so that they could entertain at their swimming pool. So we put in this 5-foot sliding door. I can open this up for you here. And outside what we had to do is we actually had to do some hardscaping, a little bit of landscaping out here. You can see we've put in some hardscape steps. They're 6 feet wide. There's a retaining wall on each side to hold back the earth, and the steps come right down to basement floor level, and we put a French drain in the bottom to catch the rainwater so this stairwell wouldn't fill up, and that's tied to the footer drain. And then you can come right up into the homeowner's side yard. So we've given them a very beautiful entrance into their new lower level. Okay, put the little block back here. Alright, so now you can see we're out in the main living area here of this basement, and we've got a billiard area here. Installed a light, and this isn't a full-size table. I believe it's a 7-foot table instead of an 8-foot table. You can also go to a 9-foot table, but this is a 7-foot table. Didn't have quite enough room for a full 8. Over here to my left we have a home theater that we put in, and I showed you in another video how to build these birch built-in cabinets and these shadow boxes and the stereo rack, and even the little box underneath the TV, which is built the same way as the other boxes, that houses the center channel for the homeowner's surround sound system. We got the gas fireplace, the ventless gas fireplace in there, and that wall is absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I do have a video that shows you exactly how to build those birch built-in cabinets and then install them into the wall. And you can find that at basementfinishingvideos.com. basementfinishingvideos.com. Alright, well, you can see it's Christmas here. Still got the tree up. Let's take a walk over here, and let me take a closer look at that television and center channel. That's a 50-inch plasma, and the built-ins. You saw how I put the outlets in those in one of the videos. You can see, I don't know if you can see back in there or not. There's the speakers coming in there, and all the other wires coming into those blue boxes that I had told you that we were installing in there. So that's all wired for speakers, cable, satellite, and electric. And he has all of the stereo equipment in there. Front channel speakers. If you look up there, we've got 1, 2, 3 really nice little shadow boxes, and we've put those on a dimmer. We could turn those on and dim them, brighten them up, and they're just for effects up there, knickknacks. Just finishes off the wall, bounces off the wall, makes it look very custom. We've got a ceiling fan right here in the center to help move air in the basement. I always like to do a lot of ceiling fans, as well as we've got the central air conditioning and heating in this whole basement. There's one of the ceiling feeds right there, and you'll see lots of these little 6-inch recessed cans with the 65-watt flood bulbs. They're all over this basement. Can never have enough light in the basement. Over here, it's one of my favorite areas. We have a really nice bar that we built. This bar has a 2-tier bar. The surfaces of the bar are granite. We built a custom 42-inch high front counter area to raise up the front of the bar for taller stools. And we wrapped that in matching cabinetry veneer and base trim. Turned out really nice. Up above here, in the front of the bar, we've got a lower soffit that we built. We've got these really nice pendant lights that the homeowners purchased. Got those 3 hanging right over the upper tier of the bar. So we turn some lights on here. And we got lights in the back in the ceiling, and we've also got another bank of lights right over top of the lower section of counter space, which is 6 inches lower than the upper. And again, this is all solid granite. Turned out really nice. We've got a nice large stainless steel sink and gooseneck faucet here. These nice cabinets. Down here we have a wine beverage refrigerator that we installed, built into the project. And over here we have one of my favorite features here. We've got an ice maker here, which is always nice when you have a bar. Have a lot of ice. Behind the bar we've got 12 feet, I believe it is, of base cabinetry. Standard 36-inch tall base cabinetry. Again, we've got the surface is solid granite, and then we did a really nice tile backsplash with some, deco tiles here and there in that backsplash, and that runs the whole way down underneath the cabinets. Inside these cabinets we've got lights. We installed little recessed lights up in there in all the cabinets to shine down through the glass shelves, so the light would transfuse down across all of the bottles and glasses. Lights it up real nice. Those are also on dimmers. You can dim them down, raise them up. And underneath the cabinet itself, the upper cabinets, we've got the under cabinet lighting up underneath here, so that if we just want to turn those on and turn all the other lights off on the bar, turn everything else off, the back of the bar just kind of glows. And that is absolutely beautiful. For the floor, we've got some 13 by 13 ceramic tile that had the same colors as the cabinet in them. Turned out nice. Very nice stuff. So the back of the bar is 12 and a half, I believe, and the front bar right here is almost 10 feet long, and certainly good for 3 stools, and you could put 4 stools there if you really wanted to with no problem. Alright, so so far we've got the nice home theater area, which rolls right over here to the back door, and the billiard area all ties in nice with the custom bar. And we do have another little plasma television up there that we installed. He's got satellite TV here, and he wanted to watch 2 different games at once. He's got one on at the bar, and then he's got one over there at the home theater wall going. Alright, the next thing I wanted to show you, finished here, was the wine cooler. And there's a window out front here that we put out at the end of the bar so that guests could sit here on these stools at the end of the bar, and they could look right inside and see all the wine in there. You're probably getting a reflection off the glass here with the camera, but I'm going to take a walk in there. But it's just a nice, something nice to look at when you're sitting at the bar. We'll go over and take a look inside here. Alright, we got a steel insulated exterior door we have to open to go in here. Metal threshold. Go in here and shut the door because the chiller's on. Okay, up there above that wine rack is the wine chiller unit that we bought. And that's it's from Cooler, K-O-O-L, and capital R, Cooler. They specialize in wine cooling units, and that one was sized for this unit. This is a 5x8 walk-in, and we've got racks on this end here with some custom-made sizes and shapes for different size bottles. Down the back wall, we've got an opening in the center where we've got some wine stem glass holders, and you can put some decorative bottles and books and things out there. The floor in here is tiled just like the bar. And up alongside the door on this side, we've got one 7-foot high rack that we put in, and these racks are all cedar. It smells great in here. And then a small rack right there that we custom ordered to fit underneath the window. The lighting in here is just 2 mini 4-inch recessed lights. You don't want it to be dark in here anyway. As a matter of fact, light in here. I'm sorry. The darker it is, the better for the wine. So you don't need a lot of light in here. All right, so that's the wine cooler. Turn that light out. All right, and then down the hallway here, we've got a little closet here, which is nothing more than storage. And it also permits us, I don't know if you can see that or not, permits us to come in here and see what the temperature of the wine is and control the wine cooler unit from in here. It's 50-some degrees in there, I believe, right now. But that's back here in this little tiny closet. All right, on to the bathroom. We've got a 3/4 bath here. Got a nice 5-foot shower down there. The real heavy-duty leaded glass doors. Put a safety bar in there, and just your standard shower head and faucet handle. Nothing too fancy, but still nice. We've got a nice shower. We've got a light fan heater combo in the ceiling, also throws heat, as well as the bathroom fan and the light. We've also got central air conditioning and heating in the ceiling. We got an individual light in the shower. We got a jacuzzi commode down here, and a 36-inch vanity with a 36-inch vanity light bar at the end. Again, we're using that same tile you saw in the wine cooler and behind the bar. So that's our 3/4 bathroom, and my company puts a lot of these in. The 3/4 bathroom is our best seller. Okay, and then back here is a storage room, but I wanted to show it to you because it's actually finished. We actually hung drywall, we put base trim down along the base of the wall, and we painted the floor, and we threw some runners in here. And this is actually all finished drywall. It's called finished storage. It's got recessed lights and the whole 10 yards. But back here we've got things like the electrical panel box, which is right over here inside this plywood door. We're going to have to get in here and take a look. And there you go. We've got the original panel box, which was 220 panel box, which was pretty full. All these breakers were full. There wasn't any room for expansion, so we went ahead and put a 100 amp sub panel in, which still has a lot of breaker space left, and we used this little panel box just for the basement. So we're not overdriving anything in the house. We've got our own circuits for our own basement project down here. And we got some plywood shelving, plywood and 2x4 shelving, all back in through there for the homeowners to store all their all-season stuff and their personal stuff. And of course we got another set of them over here as well, L-shaped set. And you can see the homeowners are definitely utilizing the wooden shelves. So that's our finished storage. This door right here actually goes into unfinished area. Turn that light on. In here, in this room here, we've got the water heater, which has always been here. And we've got the furnace right there, gas furnace. And some of the controls that we had to put in. We put in another zone for air conditioning and heating in this basement, another whole zone, and that controls the zone motor up there inside the ductwork, which opens and closes the ductwork to let the heat in the winter and the air conditioning in the summer. It's all controlled by these two items right here. And you know, it's still concrete floors in here, and concrete walls, and you can see all the pipes and everything just like it was before we got here. And we didn't do anything else in there except close it off. Okay. Alright, so back out here into the living space again. You can see on this wall over here we did 2 sconce lights. They're kind of cool. Kind of matched the theme of the basement. They kind of went with these pendant lights over here, which I think are cool. You just hang on that rope like that, and she's got a green one, kind of a swirlish brown one, and like a bluish purple one down there. More of a contemporary bar, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And over here on the end we have a bedroom, which I think they're still putting together here. Yeah, we have a bed in here, we got a chest of drawers here. We do have a ceiling fan and lots of these 6-inch recessed lights in the ceiling. Air conditioning and heating. And in this closet here, this is more mechanical. And here we hid away the home sump pump, which is active, that's connected, and if there's ever a groundwater problem it will take the water up that pipe and outside, so the basement doesn't get wet. That's in this closet. And we also have the water meter hiding in here, and the shut off to the house, the main water shut offs right there. All these things we had to get to, and we didn't want them to be in the finished space. So what my company does is we put them in closets, unfinished closets, behind doors that look just like all the other doors in the house. Kind of just looks like a regular closet from the finished side of the house, instead of making some kind of plywood panel or something that you have to open up. I'd rather just put them inside real doors. It's much more tastefully done. And over there is a double set of doors, which I'm not going to go over and open, but if you open those doors you go right in under the staircase, and there's a finished closet under there. And we've got a 5-foot set of French doors that open up and let a lot of light in here when the doors are shut. Just makes a nice entrance into this bedroom area. Over here we've got double set of doors. This is just a closet. It's got the ball catches that go up there. There's a ball up on top of the door here. It pops up and down, and it snaps right up into these grooves here, and that's what keeps the door closed. Over here inside this closet I've made a little hatch that you can open up. And the reason I did this in this closet is, if you could see back in there, I can actually get my hand back in there and I can get to all the wires that go into the stereo cabinet and pass them from shelf to shelf. So that came in handy for routing wires from receivers to DVD players to satellite boxes. That could all be done from behind the wall. Okay. As you can see, when we look into the stereo rack, we don't see any wires hanging down from shelf to shelf because they're going in directly behind the equipment. And that's why I made that hatch behind there, so we could hide the wires. I don't like to see wires hanging down from shelf to shelf. Okay. Nice little seating area here. Nice and comfortable. Nice little home theater area. And the stairway finished off just like the rest of the home. Oak banisters, painted spindles. And that is the McMaster's job. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of their beautiful basement, and hopefully it gave you some ideas for your own project.